areas these systems will run. The National Water Commission, as I said, in Westport provided me with the areas that if they get the generators and the pumps up, then the water will be flowing in the pipe for the people.
Yeah, man. So the government needs to do something, man. There are areas in Westmoreland that need generator to pump water to the people. We talk about electricity, we talk about the assessment, but what about water? Is water system, are the water systems up in your constituency so that people can get good portable water?
No, the issue with the water is that a lot of the areas where this public farms still depend on electricity, which you don't have.
So what happened to generators?
Well, we have asked the ministry responsible for water to see how best they can provide generators at some pumps. We have identified the areas after consultation with the NWT in Westmoreland. We have identified the areas that will require these pumps. I'll send that information on to the minister. I'm waiting on him to give me some feedback on that.
So, Colin, you're saying that you have areas where need water for pumping at the areas them and the generators have not been provided 2 months after the hurricane?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Listeners and viewers, we're talking to the MP for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz. And the man is saying that all water systems are not up yet. What percentage of your water systems are up?
Well, there are some areas in South that don't have water. Most of the other areas out there are still complaining. Actually, I'm going to start chucking some water. Well, we have started and we're chucking some water in these areas for the rest of this week. But it is still not enough because you know how water is. So we really need the pumps to be put in place so people can get the water.
But sir, you sure the pipes are not disrupted? If you get a generator, you're saying that these systems will run?
If we get a generator at these specific areas, these systems will run. The National Water Commission, as I said, in Westport provided me with the areas that if they get the generators and the pumps up, then the water will be flowing in the pipe for the people.
Yeah, man. So the government need to do something, man. But there are some labor right who troll my channel, you know. Them wants me on, them on. Please tell the Minister of Water that there are areas in Westmoreland that need generator to pump water to the people. What is wrong? Hold on, I still have a caller. Hold on.
As I said, Colin, I have already reached out to Minister Samuda on that matter, and I'm not waiting on him now to tell me how we go forward.
Hold on. Caller, you have another question for the MP? People don't have portable water. So has the Water Commission set up any water stations in these areas that don't have running water since the hurricane?
No, we don't have any water stations in those areas. What I'm going to do, I'm going to list the areas so people can know the areas that need this facility.
Yes.
Like the generator.
Yes.
And the areas are going to list, if they're not confined to Central Westmoreland, it's Westmoreland and a whole, right?
Right, because some of those areas send the water through your constituency and maybe
through.
I understand that. So once those areas get, then go ahead.
So there is a Duckett and Greenwich pump station that serves Betheltown, Duckett and Greenwich. There's Williamsfield pump station that serves Hartford, Williamsfield and Strawberry. There's a Cave station that serves Cave Mountain and Ferris. There's Mount Edgecombe pump station that serves McAlpine, White House and Farm. There's a Roaring River pump station that serves Waterworks, Witton, Caledonia, Barneside. There's Witton Relift that serves Witton, Caledonia, Barneside. The Caledonia Relift that serves Caledonia, Darlington, Barneside, and Bluefields that serves Bluefields and Aldeer. These areas, if they get the generator in place, will be able to pump water right over. The majority of people will access the running water again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Father God, you know I'm not bleed your name in vain. The government of Jamaica is not short of money. We heard the Minister of Water spoke, and they are saying that where there is no electricity, they will put in generators so that people can have water. And you are saying to me, these areas that you just list out, once generator is current, them need to run the water so that people can have at least water. And you're telling me how many cases of leptospirosis was in your parish or the constituency, if you remember, MP Vaz?
I don't remember the last number.
But there were leptospirosis in Westmoreland. And you know,
yes,
push out
but
water.
It was growing.
Tell her.
It was growing. It was a growing number.
Tell her.
So, but we really need the water situation to be resolved and the garbage collection situation.
Tell me about the garbage.
As I mentioned, the leptospirosis.
Yes.
Horrible, man.
The garbage.
It was bad before Hurricane Melissa. It has gotten worse. We have heard statements from the NSWMA that they'll be putting in more things to improve the garbage collection. We should be. But I'm telling you, it's really bad. People are complaining left, right, and center.
No, but do it. You have to talk. We have to go talk more often because we have to highlight this because we are here telling people that the government are move slow, because we know that the government are move slow, very slow. But water, which is life, and there are other places where get generator during hurricane, we get back current now. Lift up some of them generator and drop them down at West, Mr. Minister. What is wrong with this government? But do you not call out them things in the parliament? Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Saturday morning, the final Saturday morning in 2025. This is December 27, 2025. Looking at the screen, and you see it. SSL founder, Hugh Krosky, seen leaving St. Andrew premises with police. Now, Havana Bangalore. Now, I'm orange shirt. Hallelujah. My people, my viewers and subscribers, happy holidays to you. You know, me's not a Christmas man, but as a father, you have to do the Christmas things them. Because the kids expect certain things and you have to deliver, you know? So, it's a time for the children, a time for giving. And I am hoping that you have give a little. Now, where do we start this morning? Where do we start? Which one is which one?
Former Malaysian Prime Minister.
Not you. You.
With the latest news, I'm Derek Wilkes. Members of the security forces and the Financial Investigations Division are conducting search and seizure operations at the homes of senior figures linked to the collapsed investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. Police are acting under warrants as part of a renewed push in the long-running investigation. The coordinated operation is targeting 4 premises, 3 in St. Andrew and 1 in St. James, as part of the ongoing probe into the multi-billion-dollar fraud at SSL. According to a statement issued early today, the operation is being carried out by the FID, the Constabulary Financial Unit, and the Special Operations Formation of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, with support from the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency. Members of the public have been asked to remain calm and avoid operational areas where possible. The fraud scandal first came to public attention back in January 2023. The operation marks the first major public law enforcement development in the SSL case in more than a year. The lone accused in the matter is former SSL employee Jean Panton, who was charged with multiple offenses in February 2023. In December 2023, the Financial Investigation Division submitted a case file to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, signaling the possibility of further charges. However, the Director of Public Prosecutions has since indicated that outstanding issues remain which have affected the assessment of the file. WellGen Limited, a company owned by sports legend Usain Bolt, is among more than 200 affected clients of Stocks and Securities Limited.
Yes, people. Yes, people. SSL is back in the news. Like up the video, please. Touch a thumbs up. The thumbs up, just click on it. Everybody we're on now. And just share up the video right now. All of the people who are on now. Give the video a like, give it a share, and bring some more people on, because this morning is a morning. The final Saturday morning of 2025. We want to thank everybody for joining us early. And as we say, SSL is in the news again. SSL in the news. We've been saying to ourselves and wondering what is going on with SSL. Why we're not hearing nothing about SSL. How things just gone quiet. So, can't work so. Poor people money gone down the drain. We want to know what is happening to poor people money. And somebody is saying that them things say people in the diaspora are going to just watch them money go down the drain. So, no way, Jose. People in the diaspora now make them money just go down the drain. So, people are defend them own. And, you know, there's something about SSL that smells like the early 90s, late 80s, where because of people's connection, they get loan without the proper documents. And we saw something like that happening, in that Integrity Commission report, where they said that the Prime Minister got a loan from an institution where the collaterals that was supposed to secure the loan was not properly accounted for. The house that was supposed to secure the loan was not in the name of the entity getting the loan. Some shares that was supposed to be part of the security never did buy yet. And those are some of the same things that crash the banking sector in the early 90s, where people was giving loans with collaterals that couldn't stand for the loan. So people were getting loaned by their connections. And we saw the same thing happen in the report of the Integrity Commission on Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And I have a clip I want to play for the item. I have a clip I want to play for you this morning that tells us about leaders, world leaders, prime ministers and presidents who are raping their countries. Have that clip? And I go and play it for you. So that's why I said to you, share up the live. Share it up. Because at the final Saturday morning, the final week we're going into. Thursday is a new year. And we beg them stay safe and take it easy on the road. I don't know why I hear about so much accident. I don't know if it's true. Me have connection all about me. I hear about this whole pile accident. Eh? You look at the key rock? This whole heap of accident all about. So when our little brethren yesterday, when our little Rasta brethren, you see them a sling him, I put him in a car trunk. Madam producer, you get any final report on him? I beg you check on him for me that I want Rasta man where tip on him to him always down a Blue Lagoon, riding bike. You think you see destruction? You think you see destruction before? This is the biggest. No, this one. Oh, you think you see destruction before? This is the biggest destruction of them all. People like you, eyes on the prize. Money collected for the people of Jamaica and not being used for the purpose. And I see a young lady online, and all she depend. She want to know how much money the PNP collect, where the PNP money there. Wait there. And she now talks to the government collect this whole pile of money and not spend none yet. The government has been lethargic. The government has been lazy. I tell you that them still sit down at the table discussing Melissa. The government has not yet gotten up from the table. And you know, sad to think that we have a set of people who are out there in social media, vloggers and bloggers. And I keep telling them that they don't know nothing about governance. You remember this? You remember this? It's $30 million for one of this, you know. Where you want, Willie? So? No, I not promote the brand. But me just tell you about, you remember the drill? Me make certain me have me drill this morning. $30 million. What a drill. Any drill can cost $30 million. Nobody tell me about another type of drill there. This drill costs $30 million. So plug it in for now. I'm not going to hear the drill. Because we're talking about 2025. A drill was bought for $30 million. Then we hear the minister of drill. The drill minister come out and said Jamaica don't have the capacity, nor the technical competence to deal with medical waste. So they're planning to find a company now. They're planning to get a company to deal with the drill. Morning. Hold on, they are not hearing you. Hold on. Morning. Nephew. Morning.
I hear you love about every feedback coming from your side.
You don't see on my side it come from?
Yeah, man, on your side, man.
No feedback can come from my side. It must come from your side.
I hear you mention a very important point the other day. You said a lot of Jamaicans turn off from the political system. And I noticed that both political parties afraid to really accept the fact that is the life of all both political parties live or they conduct themselves, which is turning off majority of the Jamaican people from the electoral system. And then now I hear both political party supporters saying that you need to pass law to force people
to vote.
To vote.
I don't know if I agree with that, nephew. I don't know if I agree with it. I am still pondering and wondering about that. But continue.
Yeah, because I believe that the political system must operate in a way to encourage people to vote.
You know what I think, nephew? I think there needs to be education. People need to be educated about the system and about governance. I don't think people understand governance. Because if you understand the importance of governance, I think you would vote. Because, you know, one of the things I realize, nephew,
Yes.
going out on the road as a candidate and talking to people, a
Yes.
lot of people will tell you say politics never do nothing for them yet.
Yes.
And when you hear that argument, you know
Yes.
that is a lack
Yes.
of, that is ignorance.
Yes.
Ignorance at its highest.
Yes.
Because they don't understand that it is politics and the politicians that crafts the policies that affect your everyday life.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So,
Yes.
I don't know if you ever hear me say it, I hear a man say, people who can't read and write should not be allowed to vote. and nephew, I am more to agree with that in a democracy. Because you need to be informed. You have to have the information. You need to understand governance. So I think what people need is education. So people understand that even if you don't get something from a politician, because what I understand most people talking about handout. Even if you never get nothing from the politician yet, that don't mean say politics not do nothing for you. Your kids are going to school every day. You're not paying the teachers.
But Colin, the founders of our political system, Norman Manley and Bustamante, had built the foundation for people to believe that if you want something supported me,
if you want something, you do what?
Voted for me. The founders, they set that foundation. But would you agree with me?
Who is O.C. Fairclough? Who is O.C. Fairclough?
You repeat that.
O.C. Fairclough. Who is he?
I'm not hearing it properly, man.
Who is O.C. Fairclough?
O.C. Theater?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
He's one of the founders of the People's National Party. I just bring that because you said Norman Manley is the founder. Norman Manley is one of the founder, but
no. When I said founder, I mean because they were the leaders.
Right. All right. Continue, nephew. Continue.
You understand? And the belief from those days, if you support me, I will support you.
Yes.
So the politics still on that foundation.
Well, and that's why I'm saying, nephew, it needs education.
Mm-hmm.
Education is critical. Because
would you agree with me that one of the problems both political parties have through their supporters is that they fail to recognize that people have their democratic right for their individual support of who they want to support it, which party they want to support it?
It's not just democratical right, it's your constitutional right to support whichever party you want to.
All right. So I move on to the next point then. Would you agree with me now that both JLP and PNP are supporters who are more enemies to their own party?
Yes.
And their opponents?
Yes.
Because they also contribute to the turnoff of people from supporting their own party because of how they conduct themselves in the political arena.
I agree.
When you look in the chat room and both political sides and see some things where some supporters say because of someone may come and say something which is not in favor of their party, of their tribe, you see that turn up.
Go again, Neville. I didn't get that last part. You break up a bit.
When you look in the chat room,
Neville, hold on. You're using a headpiece or you're on speaker?
I'm just using a phone.
Okay, continue. Just cracking up a little bit. Continue.
When you look in the chat room and your program, which I consider to be one of the best social media programs, And you have PNP supporters who is trying to destroy it because they believe that your program will to the People's National Party when your program is for the Jamaican people.
Not all over the globe, the Jamaican people and people everywhere who wants. I want the program to be for them. Yes.
And why you people when you chat to about PNP and Buster Manti, Norman Manley who founded the PNP, can't realize that people are free to their independent comment. And you, Colin, must, hello?
Yeah, man, I'm listening to you.
And you, Colin, must stop give your PNP support that they believe that the program will go to the People's National Party. You have your choice and your leniency, but it must be independent of views.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you something, Neville.
Mm-hmm.
I accept every call. Anybody who call this program.
Yes.
With respect, I accept their calls and I have honest and frank discussion with them.
Yes.
Yeah? Now, in the chat room, I don't always say everything
Yes.
that is happening in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
And in the chat room is also a free space for people to express their views.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, I ask the people in the chat room not to disrespect each other. I don't like when people disrespect each other. We can have different views and we can be vociferous and fierce about our views. But in terms of the disrespect, I beg of you not to disrespect anybody on the platform.
The JLP have those supporters, the PNP
but Neville, I can tell you though, what happened in my chat room is mild to what happening. Well, some of them is not even the chat room when you go on. Like how you call now.
Yes.
You hear people tell people for SY, him and all of them something they openly. You know? And I beg of my viewers and my subscribers, let us be cordial to each other. Let us show respect to each other because I believe on this platform, we can bring back the labor rights who have been disgruntled and confused. We can bring them back to the fold of the People's National Party. We can convince them because the truth rests with the People's National Party. And that's why I say, anytime Nephew call, I love our discussion with you. Because I know that you know the truth. And I know that you also know that it is the People's National Party that really supports the people of Jamaica the most.
The truth I know is that when you examine both political parties, the JLP is the best one now to run Jamaica.
No. The JLP is the best one now to run Jamaica. Neville, I want to play a clip for you. I have a clip I want to play for you. And when I play this clip here, I want you to tell me. Listen to this, Neville. Listen to this.
With the latest news, I'm Derek
Wilkes. Not that one. This one.
8 Westmoreland families spent Christmas in their own homes following the intervention of Project Restoration. The 8 are of 10 families who have been targeted for assistance after their homes were destroyed following the passage of Hurricane Melissa in October. Project Restoration is a locally based not-for-profit initiative involving ISA construction aimed at rebuilding homes devastated by Hurricane Melissa. Ariane Williams of Project Restoration says she was inspired to act based on the devastation she witnessed when she went to the parish to distribute much-needed supplies. Ms. Williams says she has partnered with ISA Construction to rebuild the homes before the end of the year. She says that was a crib in a destroyed structure that propelled her into action.
I then met a lady named Shanna Kay. Shanna Kay has 4 beautiful children. And when we showed up at where her house used to be, there was a crib. There was no home. There was nowhere to put the crib. The children were also so beautifully looked after, gentle. She had nowhere to put her crib for her baby. I saw houses that had been shredded like pieces of paper, houses that had been like picked up and just thrown like a stone away, from where they used to be.
She has called for action to rebuild structures across the parishes hardest hit.
This is a mammoth task. This is a task that requires all hands on deck. The government alone cannot do it. And I think that it's our civic duty as Jamaicans to do what we can do.
Stop. So, Neville just said that the Labour Party is the best party to run Jamaica now. We have had a hurricane 2 months ago. And here's a lady who has built 8 houses already. Now, Neville, how many houses have the government built since the hurricane?
Colin, the government system no work like how you want it to work.
Rubbish.
You know it procurement has to go through. So
no, there's a thing called what kind of procurement again? What word them use?
Procurement.
No man, there's a word before that.
The system no work like.
No man, there's a word before that. What them use?
Uh-huh.
Emergency procurement.
Yes.
You know that word? Emergency procurement. Are you saying to me that could not have been used after the hurricane?
Colin, you know that people is turning up at the NIS office with pictures of people also damaged as accident.
That are what?
Persons is turning up at the NIS office looking for help.
Mm-hmm.
And I use other people also damaged as accident.
But the government allowed that to happen, nephew. It is the government that allows that to happen.
Anyway, I can give one of your
No, me don't want you go yet, man. This clip here when me play a while ago. And the government, you say are the best government. And I am asking you if after 2 months of Hurricane Melissa, if the government has built 800 houses yet. Houses.
The Prime Minister said come January.
So, hold on. You hear what the lady say? Hold on. Listen to, let me finish play the clip. Hold on, man. Listen, nephew. Listen to the end of the clip.
To be part of the rebuilding process and do things in a more intelligent way than we've done them before. And I realized all the clothes, all the food, all the things that people are saying, they are wonderful, but they have nowhere to put them. And it's still raining. It rains most days down there still heavily. And they have nowhere to put them. They don't even have a place to eat from.
You hear what the lady say? All the clothes, all the food that people are bringing, that's good. But the people have nowhere to put them. And it rains down there regular. And it rains heavily. And you are telling me that these people must wait until January. And you're saying that the Labour Party is the best party to run Jamaica right now. Thank you, nephew. Thank you. I thank you.
All right, Colin, we talk again.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much. So the best government to run Jamaica is the one that suffers the people. And, me I wonder if the people in Westmoreland are being punished for the choice they made on the 3rd of September. Turn off the instrument in the background, caller. Turn off the instrument in the background. If you're listening to me on a television, mute it for me, please. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Colin, good morning.
Morning.
I want to ask a question. When Cash Plus, Colin, SSL, the Prime Minister got back his money, I put my money in Cash Plus and I have never gotten back $1. So how before these things crumble, the Prime Minister alone got back his money? Our money don't have any value?
The man is a skilled trader. The man is a
He is a trickster.
Tell her.
Kind of artist.
The man is a skilled trader. When you're trading and you're investing in these companies, you have to watch the market. So you have to know when to hold, when to fall, and when to withdraw. the Prime Minister obviously knows when to withdraw.
Is not somebody telling?
I don't know that, Mama. I don't know.
Mighty God.
Of Daniel.
That sound to me. No, sir.
No, I have a clip to play. Hold on.
No.
Make a play this clip here right now. Listen this. Listen to this.
Najib Razak has been jailed for Former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak has been jailed for 15 years for abuse of power and money laundering in his second major trial for a multi-billion-dollar state funds scandal. Najib, 72, was accused of misappropriating nearly $569 million from the nation's sovereign wealth fund, One Malaysia Development Berhad, 1MDB. On Friday afternoon, a judge found him guilty on 4 charges of abuse of power and 21 charges of money laundering. He was handed 4 15-year sentences on the abuse of power charges, as well as 5 years each on the 21 money laundering charges. The jail terms run concurrently under Malaysian law. The verdict comes after 7 years of legal proceedings, which saw 76 witnesses called to the stand. This is the second blow in the same week to the embattled former leader, who has been imprisoned since 2022 in another case related to 1MDB. On Monday, the court rejected his application to serve the remainder of his sentence under house arrest. Now to end this newscast.
So, I play that clip for you to say time longer than rope. Time is the master.
Mr. Colin. Time longer than rope for poor people. We will never live to see this Prime Minister go to prison.
Well, we don't know.
Put my life on it.
We
never.
We now bet against it, Because if he's guilty, my God tell me say no sin no go unpunished.
That is true.
But God time is not our time. It rough. It rough, and we wonder how could this man win back the election. But there's also a saying that says bad men reign.
I need to say one thing.
Go ahead.
You won back the election because the bishops, the deacons, the ministers, the Christian vote for corruption, not against corruption.
Let me tell you something.
Vote for corruption.
Nobody who voted for the Labour Party can claim to be a follower of Christ. None.
But they did it.
Well, I am telling you this morning
because
here.
They claim he's the best prime minister, so they did it.
That's why I hear me quote Psalm 1, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
But the whole of them said them are walking at the counsel of ungodly.
Nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. You hear me? Let me tell you something, Carla. There are policies and you see, prime ministers and members of parliament are supposed to live above the fray. Their morality supposed to be unquestioned. You hear? And the first thing, once the prime minister's statutory filing has not been certified, he should never.
He shouldn't be on the ballot box.
Be on the ballot to be prime minister. Shouldn't. The prime minister constantly break a law. There's a law that says both the prime minister and the leader of opposition, when their statutory filing has been certified, a summary must be made public. When was the last time we see a summary of the prime minister's statutory filing? And you have some guy a run up and down a talk about 1 p.m., best p.m. Rubbish. They have no moral fortitude. You hear me? So no guy. We are going to talk about Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Before you start quote anything else, fix up the statutory filing. The law of Jamaica say all parliamentarians must file to the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission must do their checks and certified. Yeah? If you are not certified now, morally, And ethically, you must step aside if you cannot be
So why him never
certified.
step aside?
Because he has no moral compass. And
Then
he walks on ethics through the door. No
then
principle.
all of that, people never see that, or people just turn a blind eye to it.
Show me your company and me tell you who you are. That's why you hear me had to tell Simon the other day when Simon I tell me, say, entire PNP are come with whatever. Me say, you have never seen this set of PNP in government. You can't use a past set of PNP, judge this set of PNP. Because we're not using a past set of GLP to judge this set. We're judging them on their own volition. We're judging the Prime Minister on the basis that is statutory filing cannot be certified. That is what we are judging the Prime Minister upon.
I just
and you see,
like
Carla,
a person who is untouchable.
Hold on, Carla. I just want to say one more thing. That had it been a PNP leader being Prime Minister in this position that Andrew Holness
the
is,
road did a block him. The road did a block him.
They'd have burned down this country. I am telling you that labor rights would have set this country on fire. It couldn't be.
I am going to say one more thing, Mr. Belfort. I remember 1979 when I think it was 2 cents went on the gas, and I was almost 9 months pregnant, and I went to clinic. I was to walk from downtown to Crossroad, and from Crossroad
to Carla. At 70, under PJ partisan that happened.
It was Michael Manley, the first gas. It was Michael Manley. Because I remember I was pregnant and I had baby. I have my child February. You can look at it. I have my child in February, and it was in January 79. Was it PJ?
Remember PJ, remember the gas crisis under PJ Patterson. That was 79.
Unless it is a miss. But I remember I was to walk with that big belly, you know, from downtown to Crossroad and from Crossroad to another place again before I get a vehicle. One look, I think it was 2 cents, whatever. The whole place are burned down. And look how much things is going on. No. And no demonstration, nothing at all.
That's why I said the PNP now do politics. The PNP need to learn politics. They're not doing no politics. The GLP, they are a mastercraft at politics. Them are the master of politics. PNP a joke.
Yes, but they are doing different politics. Because to go down the road and block and burn on the road and those things, which is not right, because when you burn the road, it has to go back or fix.
I agree, and that's why. But it's not on the. You don't have to burn the road.
We can go there with peaceful demonstration.
You can do other things. You can do other things. You can be more vociferous. I remember Kern Spencer. The Labour right, they make Kern Spencer balling at the parliament.
I was watching a clip with him this morning, interviewing Mr. Holness' father, and I said, "Oh, Kern put on so much weight."
Me say, the Labour right, they make Kern Spencer cry tears. Fenton Ferguson, Portia Simpson Miller to fire Fenton from the Ministry of Health, and this year Minister of Health, maybe 10 times more babies died under him. And he has not been moved. PNP need to learn politics. PNP are baby. This crop of PNP are a set of babies when it comes to politics. It's not just government you have to be in. When you're in opposition, you have to learn how to deal with it. And the PNP has not been dealing with it. Because the amount of things where this government get away with. If PNP didn't have power, the government come down. The government could have come down long time. Look at traffic, Ura. Traffic Hura never cost Jamaica 1 penny. Not 1 cent. And when Labour right get under PNP skin with Traffic Hura, you'd think of the whole budget PNP thief. Huh. I tell you. Beat and Teach said there was gas crisis. There was gas riot in 1979, 1985. 85 were under the GLP and 1999. Maybe it's the 99
so
one.
1979, it was O's.
Yeah.
It was O's.
1979 would have been Michael in power at that time.
Right, because I remember it because of I was pregnant. I remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for the call.
Yes, all right. Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
876-804-7072, sorry. 804-7072. I soon shout up Conrad O'Brien, and I'm going to try and bring in Ralston this morning as well for the final Saturday morning. Share up the live, people. Share up the live. I beg you to share the live right now to somebody who no contact. Share it up. Me no business which PNP want vex, you know. But PNP don't know politics. The art of politics, PNP nah deal with that. And when you're in opposition, you have to learn the art of politics. Because your intention to get into government, you have to show people say you're ready. You have to show up the government. You have to show say you can represent. Yeah? Morning, caller.
Good morning, sir. Well, how are you?
I am fine,
Mr.
thank
Bell?
you. Happy holidays.
And same to you, sir, and to you and your family. Now, don't forget, they trained over 300 special police. What happened to those special police that they train? They think they're going to be demonstration. Huh? Rocky Mead trained some police.
And train some police for them. I never know about that. For deal with demonstration.
And I don't know why they train them specially.
Come on, the force is always training police, Even
Mr. Listen to me, sir. From Mr. Rocky Mead get in, they train them. And they pretend they said some of them wasn't up to the standard and then let them go. I don't know what's going on, but the people got to be scared of going out and demonstration because look at that girl. Look at that girl that talk against something about Andrew Olness. And the next day they find her dead in her house.
I don't know about who that again.
This girl, man, somebody got to tell you. She came and she said something that is something not doing good. All right, to forget about. And they found her dead.
I don't remember that.
But look at this young man now that talk about you got to have your ID card or what do you call it to show. And he come and talk about it. And they're making him life a hell.
They're making him life a hell?
You don't hear about it?
Yeah, man, and I see him come out the other day and I show.
And he's crying. It's on every platform that would show it for him. It's wrong. People are scared, sir. It's all right to talk about, yes, demonstrate, but when you go home, what's going to happen to your house? They can burn down your house. They can do what they like to get at you. Andrew's a wicked man. He's as wicked as even the wicked and more than the devil.
Hold on the Obi. Well,
so he's wicked and the people are scared. And I would scared if I live in Jamaica. Thank God my dead mother take her children out to Jamaica because I would be one of the persons that dead.
Is that but Carla, is that whole heap of ways we can show dissent, Is a whole heap of different ways we can.
Tell me one, Mr. Bell. Tell me one. The only thing they can do, don't turn up for work for one day. And what happened? They got police who can come in and do your work.
No.
What can they do?
It's not just that. It's a whole heap of ways you can protest. I'm not going to list them out. I'm not going to list them out. I'm not going to list them out here. But hold on.
Okay.
So hold on. Hold on, caller. Suppose we all decide that we're not going to pay no taxes for the next 6 months. You don't think that will shut down the government?
No, and then they can come and seize your house.
They must seize everybody else. What they must do with them?
Well, I don't trust that. I don't trust that man in him.
But you see,
that man.
no, but Carla, you see, that again you talk about everybody afraid. Everything you look at, what if that happen? What if that happen?
Well, when you got children, you got to be afraid.
No, but if
you're
all,
a good mother, a good father.
But you see, Carla,
would you stop paying tax for 6 months?
So hold on there now. If we go out on the road, you're not afraid so they might shoot all of them?
Well, I know they can't shoot all of us, but they will shoot some as snipers.
No, but you see,
snipers can't hide.
But Carla, if we're talking about protests and we come up with an action, every action there's a possible reaction. Anything that you do in protest, there can be reaction. So if you have a protest and you're not afraid, you just protest. You can't talk about what if them do this and what if them do that, because any protest that you have to take, there's a what if.
Okay, sir, listen to me now. We get in, when was the election? September?
Yes.
September the 3rd?
Yes.
Okay. Me personally would have given them 6 months to come to get the act together. But because of the hurricane, things put back. But there is new one there, got to know the rules. Know the rules. Because when this so-called woman lock off the mic, I wouldn't sit down. I would get up and do a numbers in there. How dare she? But they sit down and skin their teeth like a brave cat. Do not sit down.
That's why I said to your caller, the PNP need to go learn politics. They need to learn politics.
We all need to learn politics. There's nothing new that we don't need to learn. But I am telling them, if I could speak to Mr. Mark Golden, the rest of them in there one by one, I would tell them when that stupid tough-faced woman turn off the mic, don't sit down and stop skinning your teeth like a real cat.
Stop laughing at the parliament with them.
To laugh about.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Conrad O'Brien, morning.
Hi, Colin. How you doing? Good morning to you and indeed your listeners and viewers, Colin. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in Jamaica. My sister in Mandeville just called me a short while ago, and she told me that she was still in bed at this time, cold and trying to pull something else along with her blanket to keep her warm. So the temperature up there in Manchester is really at a fever pitch. Colin, the background is so nice. I can't hardly hear myself.
There's nothing in my background, Obi. Absolutely nothing.
No, I think it's from your caller.
No, Obi. No, the caller mic is mute.
All right, well, I don't know.
There's nothing in the back.
All right, let me try and see if I can proceed, because it's actually terrible.
All right, let me use a different system to get you back. Let me call you back.
Yeah, I can.
We have a call holding. Caller, go ahead. Good morning.
Yes, Colin, trumpet.
Morning, sir.
The trumpet shall sound just time,
Time, yes.
Why? The Prime Minister, man. When the Prime Minister just came, I remember, to power, everybody was saying the young Prime Minister, and people were thinking that this Prime Minister, being a young person, would have been different from several or previous Prime Minister. But he has proven to be one of the worst Prime Minister ever in the history of Jamaica. I mean, as bad as things be, Michael Manley and Siago was literally cared for the people. If Michael Manley or Siago were the government today, I guarantee you that these people would have benefited from, a much quicker help or assistance, especially these people in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland. The Prime Minister is playing the politics. But, the thing is, a lot of these people voted for the prime minister. And I think all of what the prime minister is doing is just people are looking on and people are now seeing the type of person he is. People are suffering. People are suffering and they need help. And clearly, the prime minister is putting aside money for the next election. I think that is what the prime minister thinking about, how to win the next election rather than how to assist the people. Because a lot of these money that come in, I guarantee you, it's going to find its way straight to funding the next JLP-led election in 2030. The prime minister corrupt. It has played out, and it's like everything the prime minister do. It seems to me like the JLP want to say the PNP did this before. Everything with them do, them say the PNP did it before.
Come on, but anytime you hear them say that, you know that they are a bunch of fools and idiots. The GLP has been in power for the last 10 years straight. Yeah? And they are still trying to blame PJ Patterson and Omar Davis. Anything you operate and you can't get control of it after 6 years, you're a failure. So this government is a major failure, my brother. Major failure. And we can point to the failures of this government. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, so this man now named Hugh is Hugh Crosskill.
Hugh Crosskill.
I remember he had a program on CVM. It's some financial talking program, like an interview. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, man.
He used to come with this program. I remember that man. So I want to know what's gonna happen if this thing going follow through, or they're just doing this as a little sham to say, we hold the man or whatever. Because I thought this man was in Canada.
Well, maybe in come home for holiday, think everything done, and the man hold on for them, The news, we're going to play about the news clip again for you, all right?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks much.
Yeah.
Head boy.
My brother.
Don't move a muscle. We have Conrad O'Brien on the line to Obi.
Hi, Colin.
Is that better? That's better now?
Yeah, it's better now. But let me just straighten up something here. It's two cross. The name is Cross Curry. Cross Curry, and also is two different persons we're talking about. One is the father, and one is the son. Hugh Coskery is the father. He is not the person who used to have the program on CVM.
The son used to be on CVM?
Hugh Coskery is somebody that I know personally because he was, when I worked at the Eagle Financial Network, he was the man who head up Paul Chen-Young and Associates, which was the major financial arm that was taking up the city with stock and security. That's what actually morphed into SSL. All right? So just a bit of clarity there.
All right, Obi, before you go any further, hold on. Just before you go any further. I don't know if you heard it this morning, but let me play this clip before we go any further. Let me play this again. We have a lot more.
All right?
Yeah, man, just hold on. We played the clip earlier, but when we played the clip, we had about 200 people online. Now we have tripled that amount of persons online. And we want to share up the channel, everybody. Like up the live, share up the channel. Let's go.
Members of the security forces and the Financial Investigations Division are conducting search and seizure operations at the homes of senior figures linked to the collapsed investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. Police are acting under warrants as part of a renewed push in the long-running investigation. The coordinated operation is targeting 4 premises, 3 in St. Andrew and one in St. James as part of the ongoing probe into the multi-billion-dollar fraud at SSL. According to a statement issued early today, the operation is being carried out by the FID, the Constabulary Financial Unit, and the Special Operations Formation of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, with support from the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency. Members of the public have been asked to remain calm and avoid operational areas where possible. The fraud scandal first came to...
So I'm going to stop it right there. I'm not going to go any further. Ed boy, you want to come in first? Go ahead.
Yeah, let me chime in on this one. And good morning to my good friend Conrad. Right? You
Good
know,
morning,
because
good morning.
this is just as much to do about nothing.
Hey.
Let me say it with no water in my mouth. The scene of the crime has been wiped up, clean, and sanitized. Yeah? The monies were already spent in the general elections of 2025 and were spent in the general elections of 2020.
And the by-election of 2019.
Yeah?
And the by-election of 2019.
Let me say this quite frankly, this is a distraction from some other issues that the Jamaican people have been raising. And let me tell you why they're doing this now. They're doing this now because if they did not deal with this, they would not access the money from the United States.
Well on now. So you're saying,
well on more to say on that.
Well on the Ed boy. Which one are the money from United States? You're talking the $20 million with Trump, you are the money from the multilaterals.
I'm referring to the money from the multilateral because let me tell you why. If you're going to access multilateral monies, one of the issues that the multilaterals had, remember there's $2.something billion aside for the private sector, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the requirements was that they must clean up our look at IMF report, and I think my friend last week alluded to it, Ralston, right? Well, the issue is that there's too much mismanagement of our funds, of people's personal funds in the economy of Jamaica. And I believe that this was a requirement of them. Because why would all of a sudden them throw them on? Because this is virtually the journalist-led administration throwing out him friend to the dogs. And what would cause him to do so?
Because like before I came on the program this morning, I was having a discussion with the producer and she's saying to me that, listen man, can you find any evidence about SSL now when they destroy? Or who would have evidence sitting at the yard after 2 years of evidence sitting at the yard for you can find now?
This is a sham. It is, call it for what it is. It's a sham. And no media house should carry this.
Come in, Obi.
All right. I hear what Edward is saying, but one of the things that we also have to look at is that if you have a real credible investigation that was going on by the various institutions that are in on this, then certainly they would be collating a lot of information and garnering their evidence long before now. So it could very well mean that they have basically gathered or have that kind of evidence and all sorts of things in a house, and know that they have sufficient evidence collated, then they know the type to phone. So that's a part of my theory, as well as what Edward is saying. There could also be something of that nature. But I would want to say, I wouldn't dismiss it out of hand, because certainly, just looking at the international template, Colin,
yes,
there are times when these cases or cases like these lingered for years, and you believe that it is really out of the water,
yes,
done and dusted.
Yes.
And it's really that they are gathering the information, so when they pound, they have what is called an ear-tight case. So I'm hoping that is the particular scenario right here in Jamaica at this particular juncture.
I am hoping so too, Obi, because they come in with warrants, meaning that
Mhm.
the work must have been continuing, and therefore, because like I said to the producer, there may be some minute things, just to fill in the gaps that they are having, that they may be still going, because criminal never clean up everything, you always have something left where you forgot for dash with that, and
Yes.
that call.
But
And,
Shaka
and Colin,
and
Colin,
Conrad.
if I
Shaka
may,
and
Hold
Conrad.
on, Obi. Go ahead, boy.
Let me and one terminology. I'm going to borrow a phrase from the regional chairman of Region 2, Omar Newell MP. I wish along with you and I hope along with you and Conrad. Continue.
Go ahead, Conrad.
all right, fine. Let's remind ourselves also, Colin, that there's still one Jean and Panton who is lingering in prison, who she, prior to now, she is the only person that has been charged. And my information from person who is close, very, very close to Jean, told me that Jean was basically cooperating, and she has information that would be pertinent. So could it be that some information that they also receive from the sole person who is in custody or from this saga has given the police or the bodies information that, form a part of this investigation, that they now feel comfortable that they have a live case going, and they basically are have something in hand. All of these variables must put into perspective. And at the same time, as I said before, I am not discounting what Head Boy is saying, but I must go a little further along the continuum as to the possibilities that could basically be there with the investigative bodies while they are able to post at this time. So let's see what will come of this, Colin.
Are you of the opinion that Jean and Panton is singing like a canary?
Well, certainly, Colin. I must say, and I have to protect my source. But early in the piece, and this is probably well over a year now, or close to a year now, I was told that Jean is cooperating and she could possibly be singing like a canary.
Somebody's saying that, Obi, I honestly respect you, but I have seen this playbook before. Questions: are they going to charge themselves? Are they going to charge themselves or show them transparent friend, them under the moving train? I don't know. But Ed Boy, what you say?
Who went charge who's no. The charges is not going to be preferred by the people who are involved. Charges are supposed to be preferred by the police.
Yeah, but what the text is saying is that them people are them around the country.
Colin, put it this way. I am not going to see a duppy around every corner, right? We have to basically repose some amount of confidence.
No, but if a duppy is around every corner, a duppy around there?
Well, I am not going down that road, my friend. I'm sorry.
For me, Conrad and Colin, I'll tell you why. And this notion that Jean and Panton is singing like a bird is even fallacious in its own position. Because let me tell you why. Jean and Panton was a relationship manager. Yes, a relationship manager. A relationship manager has no control over accounts. None. Yeah. So to say that she was cooperating, to say who, I am saying, right, that this issue that you now see has nothing necessarily to do with the cooperation of Jean and Panton. Because if the investigators were serious, they would know that Jean and Panton is a relationship manager and she never had control over the money.
Head boy. The corporation that could all those monies that basically flow through that Gene Ann is basically in custody for, could those money come out of SSL solely with she alone?
That's
or
what-
there would have to be other
but that's
persons
No, but
involved.
that's the point.
that's the
Head
point
boy
I'm
is
raising,
making
Conrad.
that Gene and Pantan never in control of accounts.
That's
So
the
to
point
say-
I'm making. So by way of the corporation, she would be a key player in that.
No, but Conrad,
Or
she would
tapanars.
not. And I'm saying to you, I have worked in an investment house, my friend. I'm saying to you, an HR, a relationship, an RM manager who is just really like your private banker does not have that level of control. And the FID
I am
knows.
pretty much
No,
aware,
one second.
boy.
1 second, Conrad. Conrad, let me finish the point. The other issue I want to raise, because I don't want it to be labor whether or not dopey around the corner and around the corner. The point I wanted to really raise genuinely on this issue is why there's a level of mistrust for me is because the matter still lies with the FID for prosecutorial.
Hold on,
Even though
the head
warrants
boy.
have been issued, we must remember who sits at the FID.
Hold
And
on,
this
the
is
head
not
boy.
me.
Hold on, and it was the same thing. The text I was saying that are they going to throw their Tapanari's friend under the bus? And meaning my understanding from the person sending this message is that they are all connected. The person is also, somebody's also suggesting that these warrant, them man, I know about them warrant a long time. So the man I walk out in him shorts and him showing him orange shirt well comfortable.
Colin.
Yes, sir.
And head boy.
And it's
You know,
and it's
I said
interesting
this
him
to
come
you.
out in an orange shirt.
I'm going to say I'm going to ask the question, Colin and head boy and listeners.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
How many players have the newscast mentioned that is collaborating and carrying out this investigation?
The
FID is one.
Yes. The police financial.
With the latest news, I'm Derek Wilkes. Members of the security forces and the Financial Investigations Division are conducting search and seizure operations at the homes of senior figures linked to the collapsed investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. Police are acting under warrants as part of a renewed push in the long-running investigation. The coordinated operation is targeting 4 premises, 3 in St. Andrew and 1 in St. James.
All right. Stop it there, sir.
All right, Colin, what happened? You see, let me say this. So it shows that, you know, and I understand the cynicism that is coming through, you know, and I understand where we are at this point and as a country, because certainly what we have seen over the years, I would be stupid not to basically understand that, listen, there are major skepticism in all of this. But let's face it, we're talking about all the major bodies in terms of law enforcement to deal with financial crime, etc., etc. And Colin and head boy, listeners, if this is where we are, where all of these bodies are complicit and cooperating in what we call skullduggery and corruption, then God help us, might as well the whole of us back up and say Jamaica done.
Then Obi, Jamaica not done. I want left out of Jamaica.
Well, God Almighty, Papa.
Jamaica done, Obi. What? Hold on, Obi. What is left? Eh? What is left? Hold on. Hold on. Make sure I say Jamaica done. Because una behave like Jamaica not done. Hold on, man. Hold on, Obi. Hold on there. Because una behave like say Jamaica not done.
Jamaica done.
Health and
Jamaica
Wellness
done,
Minister
Jamaica
Dr.
Listen
Chris
this.
Dufton says a
Listen
policy
this.
is being worked on to upgrade the system for the disposal of medical waste to prevent further pileup at health facilities. Our news center recently reported that there was a backlog of uncollected waste from the Victoria Jubilee Hospital in Kingston and the St. Diego Health Center, which stores waste for the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine. Medical waste includes items used to test or treat patients, such as bandages, gloves, swabs, and sharp implements like needles, or scalpels. The waste is not dumped at any disposal site, but is taken to a specialized
Listen
facility.
this, Obi, and tell me
Dr.
if Jamaica
Tufton
not
says
done.
while the waste has been cleared from the hospital and health center, the buildup will recur without a consistent removal process.
Part of the challenge with medical waste is that we manage 2 incinerators, one here in Kingston, another out west. We've had a lot of issues with those facilities. I have a particular opinion on it. It's not yet policy, but I don't know if we're capable or have the technology and the competencies currently to manage in a consistent way the medical waste that we generate as a country. And I think it's something we need to explore, to look at new technologies and indeed the possibility of outsourcing. But that's
a man who has been the Minister of Health for 10 years come to the country and tell them, say, we don't have the capacity, the technology, or the competence to manage technical waste, and still have him job after that announcement.
Not technical waste.
Eh?
Not technical waste.
Medical waste.
Yeah.
Him say we don't have the capacity or the technical, hold on, man. Let me play it back again.
The technical capacities.
Policy is being worked on to upgrade the system for the disposal of medical center. The buildup will recur without a consistent removal process.
Listen, Toffee.
Part of the challenge with medical waste is that we manage 2 incinerators, one here in Kingston, another out west. We've had a lot of issues with those facilities. I have a particular opinion on it.
Man, we have
it's not yet policy.
Yeah, call you back.
I don't know if we're capable or have the technology and the competencies currently to manage in a consistent way the medical waste that we generate as a country. And I think it's something we need to explore, to look at new technologies and indeed the possibility of outsourcing. But that's a conversation that's taking place internally.
Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton.
Hold on there. We have Ralston joining the call. Go ahead, Obi. This is the drill.
Hold
on, Obi. Me have the drill, called the drill man this. And people ask me if it's a gun. No, it's a drill. The $30 million drill this. See it here? Me have a $30 million drill. The man still having job after him pay $30 million for that drill here. Me just got told for it and carry over. And then the man come back and tell you after 10 years that him not think we have the capacity or the technical know-how to manage medical waste. And Obi tell me say the country not done?
I'm going to go one better than that for you, Colin.
Yeah.
There is a young lady who hails from the parish of Clarendon, Mineralized to be exact. And she was delivering a baby during the time of COVID-19. It was said by the same Minister of Health that all the hospitals in Jamaica is outfitted with a COVID-19 ward. The fact of the matter is that when the young lady went to all the hospitals, she could not find anywhere to lie. She went to Spanish Town Hospital. She sat there in the ambulance for over an hour, over 2 hours, without any facility. The fact is that she died. He lied to Jamaica when he said that all the hospitals were outfitted with a COVID-19 ward. Christopher Tufton should have gone from them. So I can understand all of these things, Colin. However, I am still asking the question as it relates to the present situation that occurred this morning with the SSL, because I must impose a little bit of confidence in the additional organization and so on. And I believe that this may come as a result of the investigation that they have been doing, and there may just be a situation where they have received additional information from people like Gene, and so I'm happy that Ralston is in on the call. Maybe Ralston have something to say about that.
Raleigh, morning.
Morning, Obi.
Morning, my brother.
Morning.
How you doing?
What are your views on this SSL saga this morning that them go down upon about four different homes they have invaded this morning? SSL back in the news.
Well, I see nothing come out of them thing there, Obi. Mm-hmm. Nothing now come out of them thing, man. Mm-hmm. Nothing now come out of them thing, man. Nothing.
Smoke screen rally.
Yeah, man. Nothing now come out of them thing, man.
Head boys of the opinion that is because of the money them we all get for borrow them have to go start try clean up some of this.
Yeah, well, the man them have, the foreigners them are wanting to clean up some of the corruption, but nothing now come out of it, man. Nobody now go to jail and nothing. Because the main principals, them, none of them not the boy yourself in the first place.
No, but this a show we a picture of you cross going out, going
In an
leaving with
orange
the
shirt.
police in an orange shirt this morning rally.
Sorry?
You Krosky. All right, the update say SSL found a you Krosky seen leaving St. Andrew premises with police. And we have a picture of him in an orange shirt behind a pickup and a policeman a wait for him.
Well, all me I say, wait and see. Me not say nothing come out of it. Because the man they get us from nothing over the years and everything. So we just have to wait and see. But me not say nothing happen.
You not see nothing happening.
No, man.
My God.
That's not that, man.
And don't get me wrong, Colin. I am of the opinion that there may very well be nothing come out of it. I am just saying that listen, we're in a perilous state if we believe that the FID, the other organizations, law enforcement, if all of them are basically in collusion to deal with this, so it's like just a small screen.
Who run the FID?
No, Raleigh. I said that because we asked Ed boy asked how be that from morning, Who run the FID?
Who run the FID?
My good friend Dennis Strong.
Yeah, so me have to see that happen first. Yeah. We're not convinced. Yes.
All right, let me just let Ed boy go so that we can free up the line. Ed boy, anything you want to add finally before you go?
Right. There was something, gentlemen, really why I joined you, right? Colin, I am joining the wider Caribbean. There's going to be something coming from CARICOM, particularly the subset of the OECS, which they are going to be calling for the wider CARICOM to have a trade ban on Trinidad until they change their position on CARICOM. It is very disrespectful what Kamala Prasad Bisesa is doing. And Colin, you know of all persons, I personally supported the UNC in Trinidad for Kamala to come to power, quite frankly.
Yes.
Yeah? But she's misguided, she's crazy, and she's erratic. And what they're doing now needs for a wider boycott of the wider Caribbean. Remember, Trinidad Tea still had some shares in our cement company.
Yes.
They have had some investment in Jamaica. The brewery, Carib Brewery across the region is owned by Trinidad. There's time for us now to boycott Trinidadian products in defense, not in defense of Maduro, but in defense of poor and ordinary Venezuelans who have done nothing but lived in a country. Yeah? It is wrong what is happening. And when we have weak leaders like weak Andrew Holness and Camino, who cannot say definitively what is the position of Jamaica and the zone of peace in the region. So I'm calling for a wider boycott of Trinidad goods until Kamala Prasad Bisesa removes the satellite systems that have been set up around Trinidad. We cannot allow our position have always been in the region, friends of everyone, satellite to none. It is wrong.
Raleigh, what are your views on that?
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
We can't boycott Trinidad.
We can, but it's not gonna happen.
Why?
Why? Jamaica is a chairman of CARICOM, right?
Yes.
What Marco Rubio say?
Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad, and what? Dam Rep?
Yeah.
Are of the same, are like-minded countries.
Precisely. So it's not gonna happen.
That's
Right.
correct. You're correct. But the follow-up question I want to ask on that.
Hold on, Obi. Go ahead.
Because I'm going to jump off now. The
Yeah,
follow-up question I want to ask that, right, is yes, that's the case. But we need to ask Prime Minister Holness, has Jamaica volunteered to be used? Are we going to use our army to assist the United States? Are any of our bases in Jamaica being used? Are there plans afoot to use Vernon Field that is owned by the Americans partially? Yes? What role will Jamaica play in a possible intervention in Venezuela? I ask these questions because I know the answers. All the best to your brothers.
Blessings, Ed boy. Thanks for your call. Rally, you
This
want to
second boy. Good.
respond to that, and then OB.
Well, Jamaica has already played its role with Venezuela.
What was that rule?
Even before this thing came up, Jamaica has already played its role with Venezuela. Yeah?
Take a Venezuela money?
Yeah, I know the thing what the government boasts the most about. Yeah? The debt to GDP ratio. Yeah? Venezuela, the country helped to shave off 21 percentage points off of the debt to GDP ratio with the Petrocaribe debt deal. Everybody in this government now oppose the deal when it was doing. Me was one of the principal architects. Some can tell you. Favor Williams, the current Prime Minister. Albin Hill, the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. All them were the current Prime Ministers imprimatur. Oppose that deal. And then them turn around and take with the man them money off of the money with them give to expand Petrojam. Right? Yeah? So them done play them role with Venezuela already long before this thing came up. Yeah, so Jamaica was a front runner before Trinidad in fighting against Venezuela.
Whoa.
Jamaica was.
Obi?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah.
That is irrefutable.
Raleigh, I asked you a question, I think it was last week or so. You know, are we seeing here what we could call just plain wickedness or incompetence?
Well, for years, I tell you, it's a combination of incompetence and wickedness.
Good. And Raleigh, are we basically, just to tag on what Head Boy just said a while ago, where he put some questions there as it relates to the Trinidadian Prime Minister, right? The face or whatever her name is. Are we tagging her more than we should be tagging Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who happens to be the head of CARICOM, and as you said, has played even a more egregious role against Venezuela even earlier in the piece, and now we are seeing them doubling down on that.
Yeah, man, he started before, long before Kamala. Long before Kamala. So it is even more egregious given the fact that the things that they boast and boast about, the debt to GDP ratio, is Venezuela ways us to start the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So we're biting the hands that feed us.
Yeah, man, very ungrateful. Yep.
Hold on, Obi, gentlemen. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, Colin.
Yes, sir. Morning. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just want to give my 2 piece on this SSL saga. Bear in mind that the DPP part of the will had already made out this tombstone to put on that case. The reason why she wasn't able to put on this tombstone is because social media take her, she can't just bring the trial only. You know what I mean? But she already make out the tombstone long time to put on the case. So, so I thought I see this case here is a joke thing.
It's a joke. This is a smoke screen we just seen this morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
She already make up a tombstone to put on the case already made from long time.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, man. 876-804-7072. We're taking your calls. We have Ralston Iman. We have Conrad O'Brien on the other line. Ralston, the government, are you seeing any changes from them now after the speech from the governor of the Bank of Jamaica talking about the underspending of the capital budget and showing concern about the capacity of the Andrew Holness-led administration to spend the money?
Well, too early. We haven't seen anything yet. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same. I mean, the governor made that speech just last week. Nothing has changed.
You expect any changes from them based on that speech? Hold on, Chris, we're coming to you.
Well, boy, tell you the truth, I have to see it first. The governor's contract up in August, so I mean, the governor was there with them all the while supporting those foolish policies. His contract up in August, so we just have to wait and see.
Who is set to take over from Richard Biles?
We don't know. We
What?
don't know if he's going to get it renewed or if they're going to get somebody else. Based on how he's talking right now, it is clear that he does not intend to renew it. He's 74 now.
Mm-hmm.
In August he'll be 75. So based on the things that he's saying now, I doubt that he wants to stay.
So that's why come out no one talk truth.
That's the point I'm making. Yep.
We have a caller holding. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Mr. Ralston, respect every time, boss.
Yeah, man, blessings.
You keep the thing real, you keep the thing honest, and I've been following you for years. And whatever you said, I've come through over the years.
Yeah, man.
We must understand, Colin, that Jamaica, the Labour Party is a right-wing government who's aligned with a crazy government in the United States. All of this thing you see with Trinidad has been worked out beforehand with Andrew Holness. It's political theater we're watching in Jamaica, just like with Krasky. It's political theater. Jamaica have no credibility of prosecuting anybody at that level and bringing them to justice. None. So we can put on this kabuki theater for all to see, but we know at the end of the day what will come out of it. Zero, zilch, nothing.
I agree, 100%.
Okay.
All right.
So let's not fall for the whole okey doke that they have always played. This ridiculous spectacle. We're more intelligent than that, Andrew. At least give us that to help. Come on, man.
All right, Chris.
Give the people them a little respect. Give them a little respect. All right, guys.
All right, Chris. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Just remember who's there at FID.
so hold up. Let me just throw a spoke in this thing here. So you know what happened now? So, sir, Colin.
Go ahead, Obi. Go ahead, man.
Certain people were told, put on the orange shirt and a pair of shorts and coordinate things and so on. I would just basically I will come in and do a little thing and make it look away, and then
why not put on a green shirt?
Man have on a bright orange shirt.
Adam is a green man. How come?
Style.
The whole thing is a joke, man. Whole thing is a joke, man.
We have another caller. Caller morning. Go ahead.
Colin morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, man. Welcome to the Colin Bell
I must
Show.
say good morning to Mr. Hyman. Good morning.
Morning.
Boy, everybody. All the variables that you guys are hitting on, some lightly, but they are very, very, very essential in understanding what has been happening with that SSL thing. You remember the computers that were removed from that building? I don't say stolen.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That were removed.
Yes.
You remember this woman that was adjudged to have spent the money, and we realized that she never owned an apartment, she never spent the money. Money was spent, but money was removed well beyond the volume that we heard.
Yes.
There are so many things that Ralston and everybody are throwing in there that
more important. One more thing most important.
Hold on.
Right.
Remember, I know the man them said them.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ronnie.
Remember, I know the man them said Nigel Clark the report electronically and physically in saying couldn't find it.
Yes. Same
okay,
never get
remember
no.
that.
But hold on, Raleigh.
Yep.
The chairman of the FSC had to resign.
Yeah, man.
And then Nigel Clark will find the report.
Yep.
But
which was sent to him both.
That's an aspect of the whole thing. What shocked me. The FSC man resigned because they are saying that him never do what him fi do. And then you find said the man, because the man was always adamant that he had sent a report. And then you find said the man indeed sent the report and him still resign. Nigel Clark kept his job and move on to the IMF. What that?
Yeah, man.
How that goes on?
That tell you.
Oh, that
So
also
always
Obi.
remember that.
Hold on, Obi have
Remember
more
that.
faith in the system. How that work, Obi?
No. Colin, what happened? It's not a matter of having more faith in the system. It's a matter of looking at all the variables. And that in itself, Colin, is something that I am on record calling out Nigel Clark on that. And I believe that there was a disservice done to that former employee. Right?
Everton McFarlane. Yep.
To Everton, it was indeed a disservice done to him. The person who should have lost his job then was the former Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark, and even when, you could say Everton was exonerated, have there been any apologies to him? No.
Man exonerated. The man losing work, I forgot look different to work and gone with the embarrassment for them record.
That's the point.
So all a man get a report electronically and physically and can't find it. Oh, Peter Phillips would find him report. I say my better minister than Peter Phillips. Oh, Peter Phillips would find him report.
Let's go back. We still have a caller holding. Let's go back to the caller. Let's go back to the caller. Yes, caller.
You see what I'm talking about, variables? See, Ralston just throw another powerful variable in again. And let me throw this one in too, because I'm in the diaspora and we up north, but we listen and we pay attention. You remember KD Knight had made a statement about some X million dollars. Anybody remember that statement? When KD had come out and made a statement and everybody was wondering about election money and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, man.
You mean when KD said how much billion was stolen?
Yeah, man.
Thank you. You remember all them things? I've been watching and people have been watching. So I'm not going to stay too long because I'm enjoying the thing. But Colin, let me just throw something in there. Yeah. Boxing Day was yesterday. And on the cusp of the big rigmarole with that beach down at Ochias that they just put razor wire like I've only seen in Iraq over. Do you guys remember? Can you recall when Boxing Day in Jamaica, no bus was left in Kingston because everyone was heading out to a beach in the country? Yeah, anybody remember that? I managed a bus company and I never had enough buses to think that. So you see where Jamaica is heading. On top of what they're saying about this case will not be resolved, Colin, let's just throw another variable in there before I leave. Government badness, gangsterism, and mafiosi. Gentlemen, I'm loving the program. Keep it going. I'm sharing this to as many people as I can.
Don't move, Hello?
Yeah, Obi, go ahead.
Yes.
The caller gone?
No, man, he's still here.
No.
Let him give us a quick overview on the $1.4 billion about man. How that stack up right now?
Repeat that for me there. Obi.
The $1.4 billion as a boss man.
1.4 billion as a boss man. How that stack up?
Let me throw a hypersonic weapon in that. Colin, you remember me telling you all the origins of these buses being taken out of service in America went?
Yeah, man, we had a proper discussion about these buses.
That is one variable into that $1.4 billion. A second variable is the fact that these buses are harmful to the health of youngsters and adults. And I can prove the fact. 3, when these buses are taken out of commission, they're given away in America and they're sold for dirt money.
Well, Ratty get one for $1.
Okay, all right. And I've seen them being sold for $300. And when you buy them in lots, you can get them for pennies.
Anything you buy in a bulk, you get it cheaper.
Thank you. Because remember, and for Ralston and Obi, the main thing about these buses where they were taken out of service. And if you come to America, go to Canada, go to England, you look on the driver's side door of all the new diesels, and there will be a silver sticker that says certified clean idle. The variants in this are these vehicles were taken out of commission because we're moving to clean fuel technology, and these boxes produce nitrogen oxide.
Okay.
Very deadly to the young blood cells in young people's brains and older people. So these buses were completely moved from operation in America, and they're going out, but one by one, these diesels engines because they're being replaced by diesels that run off low sulfur diesel and an additive called diesel emission fluid.
This man,
fluid.
this man drive the bus
DEF.
them rally. This man
Yeah,
drive.
DEF. I work on them though. I don't drive them, I work on them, I fix them, I service them, everything.
All right, sir. So this man know about
From
the bus them.
Army days coming.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right, caller. Thanks much.
All right, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Respect, gentlemen. Keep up the good works, and may I listen for more variables before the show done because there's a lot in it.
Blessings. Raleigh.
Man.
We're ending the year. This is the final Saturday morning show here on Portland Spice TV. So we need a roundup of how we're ending the year on Jamaican economy.
Well, end the year, as I said, with the 41% infrastructural damage, that is between 8 and 10 billion US dollars. We'll end the year with the Bank of Jamaica intervening in the foreign exchange market 33 times, using $1.1 billion. We'll end the year with the Bank of Jamaica mopping up 135 billion Jamaican dollars. And we're in the year with the people them down at the West, the government still tell the people them say unemployment at 3.3% after a significant after a significant amount of people in the agricultural sector, which employs 250,000 persons, a significant amount of people within the BPO sector out of work. The governor of the Bank of Jamaica himself said about the amount of people in the tourism sector will lose their work. Yeah? So we are in the year with significant increases in poverty, unemployment, BOJ mopping up exercises, 1.1 billion from net international reserves to keep the dollar at 160. This is where we are going into the new year. By the way, as the governor talked about capital budget, the minister in a supplementary estimate to still cut the capital budget despite the hurricane. All of those things we end up with. So we end up in a very bad situation going into next year, and the monies that we are supposed to get from the multilateral, we won't get them till sometime February, March of next year.
If we are able to negotiate properly and everything is in place.
Yeah, man, properly. Yeah, correct.
Raleigh, just to add, I think you may have said, but just to be more blunt, we're ending the year with about 150,000 of our brothers and sisters without a roof over their head.
Yeah, man.
Obi, Neville said to me this morning that the government is the best government. This GLP government is the best government to run Jamaica at this time. I played a clip from RGR News, which spoke about a lady who have been able to build 8 houses for people down there in the West. To date, the government has not built one.
Yeah.
And Raleigh is saying that government now runs the procurement system. Raleigh, speak to us about emergency procurement, what that can do.
Well, let's turn that okay, brother. Never outside foolishness. The government is responsible for the procurement process. The greatest finance minister responsible for the procurement process. The procurement process is in the Ministry of Finance. The governor of the Bank of Jamaica himself talked about the procurement process, and I lament. So over the years, the man have underspent on capital because of the procurement process. There's a thing called emergency procurement where you can move to deal with the problem. So that is just total rubbish. And I said, Neville, this is the worst government since 1944.
The worst since 1944. What system was used to buy them bus there? $1.4 billion. That not even coming at the bus. What system was used to buy those buses? How them buy them buses there so fast?
All right.
Obi, you want to chime in on that?
Absolutely. Colin. And I tell you something. And people come at me when I use some term, Colin, but I have to. Nephew, the toast is the absolute halfway. And, he should not be taken seriously. I sorry for him because him really don't know better. He doesn't know better.
Somebody's asking who make the rum when Nephew drink.
So I give him one pass on that. So to serious business,
yes,
I must agree with Ralston that this has been the worst government since 1944. That means that bar none, this is the worst government we have had. And as it relates to things like the emergency procurement and all that is why government is structured in this way, Colin and Raleigh listeners, as we all know. That's why you have these built-in mechanisms in the government so you can move with what is called alacrity. And as I use the word over and over, what we expect at this time is what we call nimble approach by government. It is indeed a darn shame that a private individual is able to put 8 houses on the ground, and the government of Jamaica, led by Andrew Michael Brogan Radham Holness, have not been one shelter for our brothers and sisters who are out there to the elements of the wind. A time when it is much colder, a time when it is easy for people to contract all sorts of cold and flu under normal circumstances, let alone after a hurricane such as Melissa that we have just seen. It is indeed embarrassing, it is wicked, and it is just wicked.
Hold on, Obi. Hold on. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Obi must be a very good Christian man.
Why you say
have
that?
faith like Job.
You mean with the SSL thing?
Yeah, with anything where government do. You know, the Andrew put people in every position and then after put them in a position in be the head of the committee. That means that you have to bring your finding to him. How more get punished? When him know everything to destroy your finding, because it have to come to him as the last man. That no work out. The next thing, like what you have Mr. Iman there.
Yeah.
More I asked him, the last budget where Nigeria read where he said me now take off tax off of imported horse. Right? Mm-hmm. And then when people look out, he say I take it off of all animals. Yeah. He's not here. Right? And then a little after that, we heard a news from one of the station saying Nigel Clark take 18 million and buy a racehorse. But we not hear nothing about it from me on the news 1 or 2 times. We never hear nothing more about it.
All right, let Raleigh, you hear that?
You take out 18 million out of the finance sector and buy a racehorse. And when they asked them quarantine if he coming to Jamaica, it came over the news. I never hear nothing more about that.
All right, make Raleigh respond to that.
So he just take a free 18 million and nothing more.
Let Raleigh respond to that.
Man, if he have anything for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, well, I don't have him buying a racehorse personally. When I was saying reduce the tax on imported thoroughbreds because the man from truckers said, boy, the stock of good horses were being depleted and them need for bringing some more horses. So as an incentive to keep the racing going, them take off the tax. And him defended it by saying that the government collect a whole lot of taxes off a racehorse, so not wrong if they give them some incentives to bring in some new horses.
And is it true that the government collect a lot of taxes from the racing industry?
A whole lot of taxes from the racing industry. So we don't have a problem with that.
So that wasn't a bad move?
No.
All right. Raleigh, I want to ask you something. There's a man named George Williams that was in prison for 50 years. I mean, I push this still a man I get him money, you know. I nah let it go, you know. 50 years the man that prison for Raleigh. And the court offered him, offered him $120 million. The government is appealing that and is offering him $6 million. What are your views, Raleigh?
Madness that, man. Madness. Even God begs for that. Madness that, man. Because you can't pay for a man's freedom. 50 years. A joke business that, man, because even the 120 million less than 3 million less than 3 million per year. I joke this with that, man. The government wicked to appeal that, brother. Wicked. Because look how much money them waste on them. You can't take one man freedom, him ability for work, him family, the disgrace where you bring upon him, and then you want to give him 6 million. I'm madness that.
Colin, just stick up in there. Let me show him something with Colin and that, with Raleigh and that.
Yeah.
Raleigh, I have been arguing, and of course, my friend Colin, arguing that, you know, in politics, opposition must pick some battles that they must be a part of and some fight that they have to get into. Do you believe that this is a fight that the opposition should get into to fight for this gentleman? So we should have statement being released by the opposition leader himself and certainly by his minister, his spokesperson and justice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's a grave injustice. And I'm have to demonstrate to them believing in justice by fighting against that. That's a grave injustice, man. Grave injustice, man. Yeah, man. I sure said the man them have no justice in them. For them, I appeal that the church them have no conscience. Yeah.
Hold on, caution. So the government is offering the man 2.4. The court is offering him $2.4 million per year.
Per year.
And if you divide that by 52, they are offering him 52. They are offering him $46,153 per week. The government offering him $6 million is offering him $2,500 a week. That's what the government is offering him. Wicked and uncaring.
Their righteous should be ashamed of himself.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Shaka.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good morning. I want you to answer me a question, right? Who is responsible when, like, the guy Mark Barnett used to lead the NWC, right?
Yeah.
National Water Commission. And then the man commits such heinous acts. They are disconnecting people lines. And he has an illegal line that went up over $900,000.
No. Hold on, caution. I don't think the line was illegal. He owed water bill. So if it illegal, then they would have charged.
But when I said illegal, I'm saying the same thing. He owed over $900,000.
No, it can't be the same thing. Illegal water connection mean NWC connect you, so you don't have a bill coming to you. If you have a bill coming to you and you don't pay the bill, it means you have been delinquent in paying the bill. So you couldn't term that as illegal.
Okay, so what I'm saying, Shaka, is that if this man is leading, this man run up a bill over 900,000, right? But you have people cutting off other people's bill. Not to mention this man, what he did with the apartment building that he was making. He went outside of what he was allowed. Mm-hmm. I want to know who is responsible, Shaka, for this man still getting paid. Because I don't see it nowhere in America, Shaka. You cannot be a CEO or leading a company and you do a breach like that or even less. Even if you say something wrong, Shaka, you don't get paid. So I want to know who is responsible for still cutting that man check, Shaka, because you can't tell me.
Hold on, caution. Make Ralston respond to that, then Obi, then we'll come back to you. Hold on. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yes.
The government of Jamaica is responsible for that. The cabinet is responsible for that, and the minister of water who do a whole lot of talking, Matthew Samuda, is responsible for that. Ultimately, Prime Minister Jonas is responsible for that. And finally, and most importantly, what the caller understand that the man is connected and everybody in Jamaica is conflicted.
Go ahead, Obi.
Boy, I can't say anything. I just have to agree with Raleigh. Raleigh said it.
Caution, you hear that the man is connected. And because of his connection, and that's why I play a clip earlier. I don't know if you heard it, Obi or Ralston, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia is going to feel the full force of the law. I don't know if you don't miss it. Let me just play this.
Hey, what's going on?
Hold on, caution. Hold on there.
With the latest news.
Hold on.
Harry and William.
Hold on.
8 Westmoreland families.
No, not that. This.
Former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak has been jailed for 15 years for abuse of power and money laundering in his second major trial for a multi-billion-dollar state funds scandal. Najib, 72, was accused of misappropriating nearly $569 million from the nation's sovereign wealth fund, One Malaysia Development Berhad, 1MDB. On Friday afternoon, a judge found him guilty on 4 charges of abuse of power and 21 charges of money laundering. He was handed 4 15-year sentences on the abuse of power charges, as well as 5 years each on the 21 money laundering charges.
Let me stop it there. Gentlemen, I don't believe we'll ever see that happen in Jamaica.
No, never.
Never, Colin. I just take a spin there quick before I lose the chain of thought. Raleigh, in the scheme of things, I know it's somewhat different, but in the scheme of things, the IC report that plugged the PM for basically using charity funds outside of what it was for in terms of purchasing those units. How would you sort of make the comparison with what we hear there of the Malaysian Prime Minister versus our own Prime Minister here?
Well, in terms of the national thing, it's a kind of different thing, but in terms of the implications and the conflicts involved are the same thing. And if you notice that the PM has set an example for everybody. When the IC finger here, that's carry them go court. So Xavier Main do the same thing, wouldn't completely undermine the IC. So the PM set up the IC, and because them finger him and completely undermine them. So every man follow him example now. Just carry them go court and slow down the whole thing.
Let's go back to the caller. Caution.
Yeah, I have one more question, Shaka.
Yes.
Shaka, all them houses that were made under NHT, right? And all them contractors there, who get them contract there. What will be done to those contractors? Because I've yet to see in Shaka, like all these road projects that me hear the Prime Minister say, boy, if them fix the road and it don't do good, them are going to downgrade them, plus them have to do it for free. What is happening to those contractors, Shaka?
Raleigh, you answer that?
Well, we haven't heard anything happening. So there's a whole lot of talk and no action behind it.
Well, Colin, what I can say to you is that my source at NHT sent me some information.
Yes.
And some of those contractors that were given some of the work to build those houses in housing trust, they have not reached the bar that would normally be expected. But certainly there is a suggestion again that comes down to their connection.
Yeah, man.
One of the things that basically comes out very, very pointedly and left a lot of eggs on the Prime Minister's face is this Edmund Ridge development. When he went there and he decried the Operation Pride development, which all of those houses up to now stand up after the Black Fire Hurricane, and those houses that were new houses that he said that they were Operation Pride, and what was built under the original Operation Pride should be Operation Change, turned out to be the opposite. Some of these houses were like literally powder. They were pulverized.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know. The whole thing, Colin and Ralston, we're seeing here where governance and so on is just thrown at its head. And that is why I have to agree with Ralston wholeheartedly that since 1944, this must be the worst government ever.
Should those contractors be made to rebuild those houses or what?
Of course. They're supposed to compensate, of course.
What happened to people, furnitures and appliances that have been damaged?
Them should have paid for all of them things, brother. Them should have paid for all of them things there. The problem is that Jamaica is not a meritocracy. Jamaica is crony capitalism. Yeah? Things are not done to merit. People are not employed according to merit. People are not given things according to merit. It's who you're connected to. That is how Jamaica is being run. And because the people in the street basically not care. The man them just get to with everything. Nobody not care about nothing in Jamaica. A man who say man film personal things, he's not busy with nothing else.
Caution.
Raleigh.
Hold on, Obi. Let me just go back to the caller.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? No. Yeah, Shaka. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Respect.
All right, go.
Question to both of you, Obi and Conrad. Should nepotism and cronyism become a crime in Jamaica? Because no, it is not.
Of course. It caused the destruction of the country. But now the hot man lets the people in the street and say, yo, we're not gonna have no more of this. Because everybody's connected, so nobody not talk. All the people like we are talking. The University of the Western is not talk about nothing. The private sector, when they ask Metro, him say never hear nobody talk, he never hear nothing, never see nothing, see I'm blind here and there. So the various civic groups, the university, them not busy with nothing. And the people in the street.
Even the church.
Even the church not busy with nothing. When they just when they hear the church make a statement and say allow the integrity commission. Because them shit gone too bad. Nobody not busy with nothing. Nobody not busy with nothing in a Colin.
But
that's the problem.
I understand that, Raleigh, because in a country where the Prime Minister statutory filing has not been certified going 5 years,
5 years now.
Where else in the world could that happen? And but you have people defending the Prime Minister.
Yeah, man, I say I'm the greatest, and that's the point I make here.
No, but even outside of the greatest, they are defending his statutory filing and said that the Integrity Commission bad mind.
Precisely, and then say I'm the greatest Prime Minister ever. How can that be?
And are chomping at the bit, Raleigh and Colin, to come at people like yourself. You know, I mean, it is sick. But Raleigh, since you're at it, in terms of the people not making the connection and the business with us, just paint a picture for us, Raleigh. What, based on the present dispensation, what the unemployment figure could possibly look like, and also poverty?
Well, I say that unemployment, all right, look at it. Agriculture, 250. The total employed labor force is 1.4 million. Agriculture, 250,000 of that, right? The BPO people who them work is about 20,000. So you look upon 270,000 people already, right? If you look at the tourism sector, possibly I look at another 100,000 people. So that's 350 out of 1.4 million. So I look for unemployment at 25%.
So you're saying 25% gone off of what the unemployment was?
Yeah. If you check the numbers.
But
so
the government still running an ad that unemployment is at 3%.
Waste of money. That's the point I make. The money just being wasted because.
And that's why the Minister of Finance told the Prime Minister in the Parliament after Hurricane Melissa that GDP is 20 billion US.
Absolutely. Plus Raleigh and Colin. Remember now that a number of small entrepreneurs, for example, the foodman, I know that my
them out of service.
And they would have formed a major part of the employment figure.
Yeah, man. So I look at 25 to 30%. And I tell you, if I work the numbers properly, because the people we are talking about is about 300,000 people in them.
All right,
so if you work the numbers properly and be even conservative, I look on 25 to 30%.
I have a caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, hello everybody. Good day to all of your listeners and things.
Yeah, man.
I heard you speaking to nephew earlier on, and you remember you said you personally said yes, all the right suffering from battered woman syndrome.
Yes.
So it don't make sense asking them because I'm going to defend him. Jail people end up his life, you know.
Who that?
I'm going to defend them.
Who you talking about? Nephew?
Yes, nephew. Suffering from battered wife syndrome.
Hold on.
You can hear his voice.
Caller, ease the phone a little bit from your mouth. You sound a little bit muffled, so we're not hearing you so clear.
Yes, I was saying, you hear me now?
You have us on speaker, are you having a headset?
No, everything, nothing like that.
All right, go ahead. Let's see if we can hear you.
Yes, you was talking to the nephew earlier on.
Yes.
And I was telling you that you yourself said that all labor rights suffering from battered woman syndrome.
Yes.
So you're not going to get nothing out of him that's saying, yes, he might admit that they are wrong. Because you put the facts to him, you lay it down in front of him, and him still not admitting it.
Now, when you lay down the facts, him say him gone, him will give somebody else a next somebody else a try.
I said them same, man. They know I hear facts, they know I hear about figures. It's a cult, you know.
So that is why you realize, Raleigh, all the them costs will back away. And we are on air almost every day with an open phone line. None of them can call and challenge the figures. You realize that?
No, because it's a cult. They're not busy with figures, they're not busy with facts. Yeah.
And that's why I come up with a scenario that all GLP bloggers and vloggers and broadcasters are suffering from battered woman syndrome.
Yeah, man, it's true, man.
Yeah, man. They can't do no better. All right, caller. Anything else, caller?
Yeah, Caller. One thing what I really want a call to ask it. I don't know if you can check it out for me.
Yeah.
This thing that GLP said they're putting together to control the funds coming in to support the hurricane. What is it? Nara. I don't know if you can check out for me. I'll find out if them Indian people have anything to do. This Indian guy that came in earlier and that them run certain things through when them can build up. He was involved anyway in making up this Nara thing.
No, the Nara is but Raleigh, how long ago did the Prime Minister announce this Nara? No, nearly 3-4 weeks ago.
Gone a month now. No committee has been established.
And but what is that? I don't understand. You come and you make this announcement, and then nothing dead here.
Nothing. Mark Golden called for it the day after the hurricane. Peter Phillips called for it 3 weeks after the hurricane, and then him come and make an announcement, and nobody has been appointed to no committee.
So 1 month after the announcement, nobody has been appointed.
Nobody has been appointed. I'm not interested in that.
All right, caller, we're going to question it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Question of the Indian guy involved in it.
Yes,
sir. I know involved in it is the chicken thing that.
All right, sir.
Raleigh and Colin.
Yeah, go ahead, Obi.
Yesterday, Colin Spencer of BOJ TV fame did an interview. Well, I saw it yesterday. Did an interview with the Prime Minister father, Mr. Holness, and he said the argument that Andrew put forward that he started out with 2 taxis, nothing about that.
But Obi, is that man really Andrew father? Is that? I saw the interview.
Yes, man, he is. He is Andrew's father. He's Andrew's father. Yeah.
Them have a relationship, Obi, because I no matter, I wouldn't do that to my son. Me find it strange.
No, well, based on what he said he doesn't think. He said he even offered advice to the Prime Minister, you know, telling him to basically reach out and do all best he can and so on. So as to whether or not Andrew take his father's advice is another story. But the question I want to put to Raleigh, how order that stack up at the moment with the Prime Minister's credibility when he said that and his father was able to come out and rubbish and say, boy, the first time that Andrew started, Andrew had 30 taxis, nothing ever got up. Oh, you make up that, Raleigh?
Well, I never saw the interview, so, difficult to comment on that because I never saw the interview and heard those comments. But outside of that, we know the Prime Minister have a credibility problem. I mean, 5 years and your thing can't be certified. Then you basically mash up the Integrity Commission, you carry them go to court. Those are serious credibility problems. So outside of even that, because I never hear that, but outside of even that, we all know the Prime Minister has a credibility problem.
Let me take the final call. Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Colin.
Morning.
Morning, Ralston.
Morning.
You know, a second, you can't go 2 weeks, brother.
You're breaking up, caller. Go again. Start again.
Brain like Ralston, I want to can't go 2 weeks, man, and I need a second.
We need a second what?
I need a second, man. And I need some younger brain to carry in a worker.
Well, you have to just share up the works.
Me I try share it.
Ralston is here very often. Ralston has his own program on Power 106. He's on every Monday to Friday, 9 to 11. So what we have to do is share up the thing, brother, because we now go everywhere. You understand? So now we just share up the thing. And what we do as well, Ralston, I think the last half hour Ralston program every morning, him have a phone line. From me, come on, my phone line open. So anybody we have any question about the figures that we put on here, OB have a program same way Ralston appear on OB program. OB's on New Start 93, Mondays to Thursdays, 9 to 12. OB have him own YouTube channel as well. So we are accessible. And that's why we said to you, hold on, that's why I said to you, the numbers that Ralston give, there are no other numbers. Any other numbers are lie. And that's why they can't come on when we are on. They can't challenge us because the truth is consistent. You can't challenge the truth.
And
Hold on, caller. Obi wants to come in. Go ahead, Obi.
Just one second. And let me say this. How many people you have on now, Colin? How many people are on
over
now?
900?
Over 900. And we would celebrate it. So that's a reasonable figure. But believe me, this program this morning should have at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people watching. So I'm saying, caller, that listen, and I know you may be doing your part. The same thing for me. We should be some of the most watched, most listened to program because the numbers are there. Raleigh's program as well. You understand? The numbers are there, and we are putting forward the information, the credible information that people want. So share up the thing, and as Colin said, basically you guys have to replicate the flow of information that comes from these sources so that more people can get it.
Obi, the producer gets the question a little bit different, and I want to articulate what the producer is thinking. And caller, tell me if the producer is right. What the producer is saying that Raleigh, you, myself, we should be training some more young people to push this out there.
Okay, fine.
Hold on.
Would that be our first one? Would that be our first one I put?
Wait, you say that is what you're saying, caller?
Yeah, Mr. That'll be the first.
You're breaking up still. You're still breaking up, but obviously
we are James. I call from man.
You call from Junior. Me I try find a brethren. Me I try find a brethren and normally call the show name Junior. From the Hurricane, me not hear Junior. I want to know if him all right.
Yeah.
All right, caller. Thanks. Your line not so hot. So big up yourself. That's the final call.
Also just add Colin.
Yes.
Colin, let me also quickly add that we have people like Ed Boy. Ed Boy is a very young man. I think Ed Boy is just in his 30s.
Yes.
I don't think he reached mid-30s. So, there are some people. But I agree with the caller. The more person who can come and observe. But there's also a situation, and Raleigh can basically speak to it. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to get some youngsters to really sit at your feet and garner the kind of resource that you are pushing out here so they can really, replicate what you're doing. Raleigh?
Yeah, man, and sometimes them going the wrong way too. Because remember, I'm me boss Dennis Strong, me boss Adrian Stokes, me boss Jason Morris, yeah? All of them are me boss them. They got me and said, them going in the opposite direction. Yeah? Dennis Strong are the main man when me boss. Yeah?
I know that. Yeah. I know that.
Raleigh, you used to be on Cliff Hughes program regular. Why Cliff Hughes don't call you no more?
No, because him gone on a different track. Him not deal with objectivity and them things. For them things is like us. No, that is like JIS number one. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you boss Cliff Hughes, right?
Yeah, of course. You know the business thing. Yeah. Yeah. So them are like JIS number one. Yep. So now call me. You know want no objectivity. Them want to carry a line. We carry line. We deal with data and analysis. Yep.
I did say final call, but this is the final one, and we're going to wrap up. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mr. Bell. Morning, sir.
Morning, Albert.
And to you and the team.
Blessings.
Yeah. All right. Help me to understand something here, Mr. Bell and the team. JPS request the raise because they had to buy use a more expensive fuel. That's the same. That's a thing, right?
That's what they said.
Okay, so my question is now that are they gonna continue to use that more expensive fuel, or are they
No, them
gonna
stop.
come back to the cheaper fuel after a while?
They've been back to the cheaper fuel. I think Ralston, how long they use that the regular, the heavy oil for? About 11 days, they said.
Yeah, man. All that is an
All
exports
right.
policy. Them shouldn't get no increase because them do it in a barrel
All right.
and then get the increase and then make another hurricane come and do it. You can't have the infrastructure, LNG infrastructure on a ship in the sea where every time there's a breeze blow, you have to disconnect it and then come to the public and say, by the way, you don't have to pay for it. That is rubbish.
Absolutely.
Rubbish. Yeah.
Rubbish.
We have to fight against that. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So
Garbage.
my thing now. Sorry. So my thing now, Mr. Bell, because they went to a more expensive fuel, they call for the increase, they get the increase. Now that they come to the cheaper fuel, come back to the cheaper fuel, shouldn't they shouldn't that increase be gone again? I mean, reduce, go back down to the regular price.
I think
Now that they come back to the cheaper fuel, because I mean, if they come back to the
Hold
cheaper
on, Carla.
fuel,
Hold on. I think they're going back. The increase was just for the November bill. Is that so, Raleigh? 7% increase for the
Yeah, man.
November bill.
But what I say, we have to insist that in the future it does not happen again because that in better.
Raleigh?
See, yeah, listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I say, it is only for the November. Or what I say, we can't have the situation where every time there's a hurricane, the bill have to increase because they have the ship on the sea with the LNG. We have to fight against that. They have to bring the storage on shore.
All right, Carla.
Simple.
So it was the increase is only for November.
Yeah, man.
only
But
for
Colin,
November.
Yeah, man.
Colin, I have to cut now, yeah?
All right. Hold on, Raleigh, don't go yet. Don't go yet. I could just wrap up. Just give them one more time to run the numbers for where we're ending the year with, and then we're closing up.
Yeah. Well, we're ending the year with unemployment at about 25-30%. We're ending the year with the dollar at 160 after the governor said spend $1.1 billion. And we're ending the year after him saying mop up another 135 billion Jamaican dollars. Yeah. And we have, as OB said, more than 150,000 people now have no house. The agricultural sector totally damaged. The trade deficit is almost $4 billion for the first 8 months of this year. And the funds that them plan to get, they now get it till sometime in February next year if they negotiate right. We're ending the year with the governor of the Bank of Jamaica says not spending the capital budget was a big mistake, and him not have no confidence in their ability to spend the money that them get to start the recovery process. That's where we are.
And we're ending the year with GDP at what? Debt to GDP at what?
Well, if them deal with the total damage assessment and all of them things, which them never included, but if them include all of that, it will be 115%. But them only check the economic losses.
We're not paying no mind to them. We are looking on the real thing, Raleigh. So debt to GDP is about 115%.
Yeah, if them add the damage.
And GDP is about what? About $12-13 billion down from 20.
Yeah, but what I said, them have two different ways how them are measured. So we have to make the people understand clearly what them are do.
Yes.
So them formula is that them only check the economic losses. Them now check the physical damage of infrastructure were built up over the years because GDP is only for a particular period of time, a year or a quarter. Them, for them calculation, them I said because we built up the stock over the years, you can't count it that way there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Raleigh, give thanks, my brother.
All right. Blessing. Yeah.
Conrad O'Brien.
Yeah, only. Yeah, man.
Yes, Conrad, your final.
Yeah, man. All right. So of course, to wrap Colin, we are ending the year much worse than we start, as we are enumerating that 150,000 of our people are on the street in terms of their living accommodation. We are also ending the year once again without seeing the filing of the Prime Minister being certified. So we still have an uncertified Prime Minister in Jamaica House. We're ending the year with over $115 billion being sit on, and the government cannot point to one house that they have built to start the recovery process for our people after the Cat 5 hurricane. And as a result of that, it leaves us in one position to remember a great former Prime Minister, Portia Simpson, Lucretia Simpson Miller, the most honorable Sister P, when she said wicked and uncaring government, Colin, because there's no other adjective that we can use to describe certainly what would have changed for the government not to have started the rebuilding process. We're ending the year as well, Colin, hearing from the government that they are sticking to their plan of going towards container temporary houses rather than building concrete, block and steel and so on, that would have so much additional throughput and value added to the Jamaican economy to create jobs, create stimulus into the economy. That's the lay of the land, Colin. And of course, you know, the people of Jamaica continue to be quite docile. We're also seeing from the opposition side where they are a little bit too quiet for my youth, and I believe that we need to see some more oomph for the leader, from the leader of the opposition, Mark Jefferson Gordon. I think he's doing a fairly good job, and I believe that he is the man to continue as opposition leader. But I'm hoping that come 2026, we'll see some more push from the opposition, and indeed the members of parliament become quite a bit more aggressive and, push back on the system. That's my take, Colin. All the best to your listeners, your viewers, and indeed to your wonderful producer. Let me hear our bigly.
Thank you very much, Conrad O'Brien. All right, viewers and listeners, let me thank you for listening. We're going to be with you tomorrow morning for Talk Jamaica, where we're going to be opening the phone lines and allow you to speak. Those of you who are of the opinion, yes, that a program so informative should have more listeners and viewers, I beg of you to become Portland Spice ambassadors. Who is a Portland Spice ambassador? Somebody who shares the live every time we are on. Share it to all the people in your contact so they can come on and listen and get the true information of what really is happening in Jamaica. Not a narrative to control your mind, but the truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. This has been Portland Spice TV, the Colin Bell Show, for yet another Saturday morning, the final Saturday morning of 2025. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be on again. Do remember to join us. Send out the channel, share it up. Yeah, man, I make people know, said this is where the truth come to live. Yes, man. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Truth is consistent. Yeah? Yeah, man. So share up the channel. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we join you again tomorrow morning, come to Portland. Portland up and running, everything nice. Come to Portland and feel all right. Blessings, my people. One love. See you tomorrow morning.